Welcome to V is for Victory, a podcast about how small businesses overcome big battles. I'm your host, Jill Miller of Vera Creative, a boutique marketing firm in the Chicagoland area where I'm also a part-time professor of an advertising course. Join me as I talk with entrepreneurs about the challenges they face as well as their strategies for success. Hi everybody, welcome. This is the third edition of Vera Creative's Holiday Gift Guide. So I have done two of these in the last 2 years, and we are coming up here to the holidays very quickly. And if you're like me, you like to start knocking people off your list, especially those hard to buy for people, whether they're clients or family or friends. So every year I put together some ideas that hopefully are just a little bit creative, things you haven't thought of before, to help out, to give generously or simply to the people on your list. So my list this year is actually not that long. Truth be told, it is getting harder to continue to come up with creative things. So I'm going to dive right in. I will be able to link most of these things in the episode notes for you, but I'll also spout out the URLs here in the podcast in case you want to check them out. So here we go. Are you ready? The first thing I want to talk about, I think in a previous gift guide, I mentioned socks and how you can do like socks, subscriptions to socks. Because people go crazy over socks. They love socks, especially fun designs. I feel like we all know somebody who's like that sock person, right? So before, I think I've checked out some more like easy subscription based boxes of socks, but I want to draw your attention to John's Crazy Socks. Now, if you have listened to this podcast or you listen to each episode, then you know who John is. If you have not listened to each episode, definitely go back and listen to episode 45, Manifesting Your Vision with Mark and John of John's Crazy Socks. So I got to interview John and his father, and it was such a delightful time. John is a super unique guy, and you're gonna I don't want to give away too much, but you're gonna love the episode. John is the owner of the largest sock company in terms of inventory. And it's called John's Crazy Socks. And they're not super crazy, but oh my gosh, I'm looking at the website right now, johnscrazysocks.com. And they've got some fun fall sunflowers, pumpkins, apples. They have funny socks. They have socks for a cause. You can support the American Cancer Society. You can support Down syndrome. So all different things, and they're really good people, and they're definitely a business that you'll enjoy supporting, because that's half of it too, especially with the way things are nowadays. I know a lot of more people are conscious about where they spend their money, and they want to support businesses whose mission and values align with their own. And John's Crazy Socks, you just can't go wrong supporting from them. They include little candy with every order, so that's a nice touch. If you haven't been following them on Facebook, John does a dance party. I believe it's every Thursday. Again, you can go back and listen to the episode, but even if it's not for a Christmas gift, it's just for a laugh, or just for a, hey, I'm thinking about you. Just a pair of fun socks is a way to make anybody smile. And tell your friends, tell your family about John's Crazy Socks and why you chose to support their small business. But it's actually a pretty big business. So John's Crazy Socks, first up on the list. Check them out, johnscrazysocks.com. Like I said, I'll link those in the episode notes. So moving on, crunchy people, unite. We've got episode 47 coming up. Has that aired yet? I don't think this has aired yet. So episode 47, I feature a woman by the name of Renee Harris, and she has a couple different companies. One is called Parent Their Passion. It's geared towards parents who homeschool their kids and how they can help them become entrepreneurs and parent what they're passionate about and turn it and monetize it. But also she talks about her skincare line. And if you visit hardlotion.com, you'll see Miss Renee right there. And Hard Lotion is mostly lotion bars, okay? So a lot of people have not used a lotion bar before, but actually in the retreat that I just held, Renee had sent me some lotion bar samples for our retreat goodie bags, and the guests really liked them. So they just, the heat from your skin helps transfer the lotion from the bar to your skin as you begin to kind of like rub it and create friction. And they're really clean, minimal ingredients. So I know a lot of people are looking for clean ingredients, products that are clean, and there is so much greenwashing out there. Greenwashing is what we call when they use marketing and labeling to claim a product is clean, but it's really not. So these products are very, very clean, minimal ingredients. We're talking, 2, 3, 4 ingredients max in their products. They have all different kinds of things in their shop besides lotions. You can shop by like muscle relief, winter skin care for dry skin, face, hair, and lips, the soap. You can buy in bulk. They have products for men. But yeah, they have lotion sticks and lip balm and, like I said, lotion bars, and they have tins of lotion, and they have soaps. Goat milk soap is very popular. They have a facial cleansing bar, avocado, and a shampoo bar. I know if you're crunchy or you're looking to replace some of your less clean, more toxic products with something a little cleaner, a lot of people are ditching their shampoos and they're going to shampoo bars. They have a foot rub lotion stick. So just really supporting the health and wellness movement, really supporting eliminating toxins from our environment, the things that we put on our body, in our body. And when you start to use these products, you'll notice a difference, right? And I would encourage you to do a little research as to why maybe these products are beneficial versus taking my word for it. But yeah, Made On Hard Lotion by Made On, and it's hardlotion.com, and you'll see that you can buy gift cards as well. So if you're not sure what somebody might like, but you know that they're kind of into the more healthy self-care items, you could definitely just support Renee's small business by buying a gift card for somebody, or they have sampler gift sets, and it's really special. It's a really special company. Everything that I have purchased or received from Renee to this point has been absolutely wonderful. It's met my expectations, and I highly, highly recommend them. So Made On, Hard Lotion, hardlotion.com. And again, Renee's episode, she should be airing here fairly soon. Let me pull this up. When is it airing? October 4th. So just a few more weeks we wait for that episode to come out. But by the time you're listening to this episode, it should be out. So episode 47, Parent Their Passion with Renee Harris. Get to know Renee, get to hear her talk about her skincare products, get to hear her talk about her company called Parent Your Passion. And I know this is one of my favorite interviews of all time. So definitely wanted to shout out Renee and her efforts and what she's got going on. If you need a small gift or gift card for somebody this holiday season, or again, just for no reason, just to show someone you care, that you're thinking about them, a little thank you. Maybe somebody referred someone to your business and you want to send them a little thank you. Things like this are a little bit outside of the box, but always appreciated. hardlotion.com. All right. Okay. But also, I have to remind you that nobody has paid me to talk about their brand. I am just doing this. Nobody has, I am not getting paid at all. So I just want to throw that out there because it might sound kind of, I don't know, salesy, or I don't want it to come across as pushy. Let's keep rolling with the local business owners, the small business owners. Up next, I have Button Up Accessories. This is so incredibly unique. So button-up accessories, they ship nationwide. They were established in 2020, like a lot of small businesses. A lot of people jumped on the entrepreneurship during that time. And they're a jewelry company. And what they do is they specialize in refurbishing like authentic vintage designer buttons and charms. So we're talking like Versace or Coach or, gosh, I don't even know, because I'm like not a trendy person at all. And I need to get more trendy for sure. Gucci is one of them. So if you think about like the charms on the Gucci bags or the Coach bags or things like that, she takes those charms from vintage pieces and she turns them into this super cool jewelry. She's got everything from fedora hats to earrings to necklaces, and it's so unique. So her website is buttonup.store. So buttonup.store. And then I'm going to finish kind of reading to you a little bit more. So she basically transforms these charms. They're all handmade, handcrafted in Frankfort, Illinois. And they're all one of a kind. So like there really are no two things that are the same. So if you see something you like, you definitely want to like scoop that up. And this is a female entrepreneur, so that's always a plus there. And she's focused on small businesses, environmental conservation, female entrepreneurship. Those are her passions. And so when you support button-up accessories, those are some of the things that you're supporting. If you align with those things, definitely check them out. Again, these make super unique, cool client gifts, holiday gifts. You know what? I think I'm going to order some of these now that I'm looking at this website a little closer. I actually saw her at, she's taken my yoga classes, but we've met a couple times. And the last time we chatted was at a little, she was a vendor at the Wildflower Farm where I teach yoga on their opening weekend. And so that was really fun to get to chat with her and look at some of her pieces. But buttonup.store, make sure you check that out. If you have people who like the finer things in life, high-end jewelry, high-end fashion, this is definitely a way to gift them something that's right up their alley, but that is completely unique, that no one else is going to have. And that just makes it all the more special. So yeah. She has an Instagram page too, so does all the other vendors so far, companies so far that I have mentioned, so you can follow them on social media. I feel like everybody is very personable because they're small business owners, so if you have a question, you're gonna get to talk to somebody right away. You're not gonna have to wait. I'm big on supporting small businesses that provide good customer service. Let's face it, not all small businesses can do or even want to, I guess, put an emphasis on it. But like I said, these people that I'm recommending them because I feel extremely confident in their ability to take care of you as the customer. All right, we are like cruising, and that's good because I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I want to deliver some good, solid ideas to you for holiday gift giving this year. So we have up next on our page, what else do I want to shout out? I think, I'll shout this out. Since we're talking about local, I want to remind you that like most likely in your area or the area where you're trying to buy a gift for somebody, there are some really unique, cool events that go on. I would encourage you to check out things like the person that you're buying the gift for, like what is their local chamber of commerce putting on. I know for me, on September 25th, which is actually my birthday, whoop whoop. Actually, I'm not overly excited about it this year because I'm turning 41, which just seems like I'm like a dinosaur, I feel like. But anyways, September 25th, my business, Vera Creative, is sponsoring the Wine and Ale Walk that is being hosted by the Frankfort Chamber. It's a local chamber. And my logo is going to be on a banner on stage. It's going to be on the napkins. And I ordered car coasters to put in the swag bags that have my logo on them. But purchasing a ticket for somebody that you know like is a foodie and likes wine and likes to have like gift and experience, be given experiences rather than tangible like items, then I definitely encourage you to do that. If you have a golfer on your list, sign that person up or pay that person's a golf outing fee for a local golf outing. Do a little research. See which ones are fun. See which ones are popular. I definitely want to, where I teach yoga at the Wildflower Farm, they do girls' night, they do date night, they do all these really awesome events, and it would be so cool to just gift somebody an experience like that. And hey, get yourself a ticket and go along with them, or get them 2 tickets and say, take whoever you want, right? You can even go bigger if you don't want to do local. You could give somebody play tickets or theater tickets, or baseball or football or sporting events is a little more probably common to give as tickets. But I like to support the local, and sometimes it just takes a little more research and a little more digging on your end as the gift giver, but the recipient will be all the more impressed by your thoughtfulness and your creativeness and your resourcefulness. So, again, wherever you're buying for somebody, check out what they've got in their local area, their local community that might be a unique experience that person might enjoy. Another idea that I had for you is, and this is totally generational, and again, timely because I just talked about my birthday, but I have so many old VCR tapes of like my gymnastics competitions, and I'm sure family stuff. I'm sure like all of our families, if you're around my age, growing up, we have a bunch of old video recordings of birthday parties and special events. And I think that I've heard of people that send the tapes off and pay for a company to either convert them to a DVD, which is even still outdated, or a flash drive, I think, which is a little bit more updated and easy for people to just plug into their laptop or computer. But that's something that I think is it's more of a sentimental gift. It's more of a, it might not be something that person uses all the time, but it's a way to preserve memories. I know I still have like a DVD/VHS like player somewhere in my house, but I never use it. And as these things become more obsolete, these memories get lost. And if people are, like one day I would love to be able to show my daughter me competing in gymnastics. Like I think that would be cool. I think she would be interested in watching that. I have one of the greatest falls in the history of falls recorded on tape. And I was doing like a aerial, like a no-handed cartwheel on the beam. And when my first foot came down, I slipped. And so I crotched the beam. That's what they call it, where you like literally split the beam. One leg goes on one side and the other leg goes on the other, and you hit your crotch. And it's very hard and it hurts. But I hit so hard that I literally bounced off the beam and flipped backwards in the air and landed in a heap on the floor. So you like slow motion it's so hilarious. I can't even tell you. And I would love I'd love to get that moment. I mean, I could share it on social media if I had it on a flash drive. I promise you it would go viral. But anyways, so that's something to think about too if you haven't done that yet. I know a lot of people are also taking old photo albums and digitizing, I guess you would say, photo albums, because who picks up a photo album and actually pages through the pictures anymore? Not too many people. And photo albums take up a lot of storage space and room. So another idea that I had. If you want to gift something to an entrepreneur or a small business owner, because I'm in marketing, I have to say this, I feel like you could always gift your client some type of exposure or ad or billboard or local, advertising package. Or again, like I sponsored the Wine and Ale Walk. Maybe there's something that your friend or brother or whoever is on your list that is the business owner, maybe there's a great event or something happening in the local community that makes sense for their business to be a sponsor, it's a good tie-in, it draws in their target market, then definitely see what you can do to maybe pay for that expense on their behalf. If you need ideas, you can always come to me. Send me an email, jill.miller@veracreative.com. Shoot me over, what type of industry, what type of business the person on your list is for, and I can help you find some type of unique way to get their name out there for them. I mean, I think that would be super cool if somebody did that for my business. Like, hey, Jill, I took the liberty of like paying for this ad for you just to see if it helps you get, any more exposure. Because I feel like a lot of times as business owners, like, especially the smaller we are, we're just so hesitant to spend money because we don't know if it's going to get a return. And so it's a really thoughtful gift. I think that would be something that people on your list might also appreciate. Again, you can contact me if you want to pay for some marketing services for somebody. Gotta shout out myself. It'd be silly not to. So that's something as well. Maybe you know someone who's just trying to get their business off the ground, up and running, and they're struggling with a logo or paying a web designer or something like that. And we can always talk about what that looks like. Another idea I had moving into, it's funny because one of my clients, I was just talking on the phone with her, and she never asks for anything. She doesn't have a want. She's very hard to buy gifts for because she's just not a needy person, I guess you could say, at all. And she always gets me really nice gifts. And so then I feel bad because I'm like scrambling to figure out what to get her. She's very hard to buy for. And I was just talking to her and she's like, well, just don't get me anything. And then that's the problem solved, because that's just the way she is. But anyways, she got me, I think it was last Christmas, the Hyper Ice Venom back massager. So it wraps around your back, your lower back, and it has heat and vibration, and it is the most glorious little thing. And because it's hands-free, there's no you don't have to be plugged into anything. You can still move about your house or sit at your desk and wear it. And every time I watch gymnastics, at least for college, for sure, you'll see gymnasts and athletes wearing these things during the competitions, in between their events. Obviously not while they're competing, but as just a way to keep their muscles loose and keep their muscles warm, and to do a little quick rehab as they're waiting for their turn. So this thing is really, really cool. Hyper Ice is HYPERICE. The year before that, I think she got me the Hyper Volt, the massage gun. I still use that. That's also a wonderful little tool. I'm sure you've seen those. They've been popular for quite a while, but they have compression sleeves for your legs, and they have all different types of gadgets and gizmos. So that's a little bit more on the techie side, but also for the wellness person on your list, the athlete on your list. Maybe your high schooler or your college kid is an athlete and you want to gift them something like this. That would be good. Or your spouse, if they, feel like my husband's grateful when I get these types of gifts, because then I don't have to ask him to rub my back. It's like, you get the Hyper Ice, go use it, right? So that's I had to shout out that little gadget because they're not the cheapest, and I'm gonna be honest there, a couple $100, but they're definitely worth it. It's definitely something I've gotten a lot of use of and that I appreciate. So hyperice.com, HYPERICE.com. They are definitely not a small local business, but into wellness and supporting people, and that's always a good thing. Let's see. What else do I have for you guys? That might be all I have on my holiday gift guide list this year, to believe it or not. I kind of struggled to come up with some things this year. I love I still love the One Hope wines. They're great. Check them out. Still loving the man crates and the bacon roses. If you ever need to send a dude something kind of manly, bacon roses are amazing. They definitely sell out around the holidays though, so you have to order those in advance. I have brought those up on previous podcasts. Let's see. Episode 30 is the 2021 holiday gift guide. And episode 17 is the 2020 holiday gift guide. So now we have a total of 3 years worth of ideas. Go back and listen to those as well, or check out the episode notes. I think I probably linked most of the products there, but go back and check those out. And if you're still struggling and you can't think of anything again, go ahead and give me an email, jill.miller@veracreative.com, especially if it's for a client or you need a promotional item. I really, truly enjoy helping business owners think about promotional items and what they can include in swag bags or during parades or whatever they're doing. That's kind of my jam. I like to think about things that are actually useful and relevant to the target market. And that's, I guess it's kind of a businessy way to look at things, but when you're gift buying, like, you really are buying for a target. You're buying for a psychographic, right? Really think about what that person enjoys doing with their time, or what they don't have time to do that you could gift. Heck, my retreat, the yoga retreat that I led, a gift an experience like that. Mine was local, not overly expensive, but I guarantee you that there are people that would absolutely love to be gifted just a day of rest and silence and reflection and time to read a book or work on their business plan or whatever it is. And, that's what our guests came and did and experienced, and they loved it. And what a cool thing for someone to recognize that that's something that you would appreciate and need. So just knowing your audience when you gift buy is always really important. And that's all I've got for you guys. So listen, do me a favor. If you like this episode, will you please leave a review, give it a like, a download. Follow my podcast on whatever platform you're listening on, SoundCloud, Apple, Spotify, Google. Please let me know that you're listening in some way, shape, or form, and let me know that this is helpful. If it's not helpful, let me know that too. Just don't do it publicly. Private message me. But hopefully you found some value and are getting value out of these episodes. I truly appreciate that you're listening and that you're tuning in. And I can't wait to connect with you in some way, like I said, either whether it's through a review or you shoot me a message. Check the episode notes for links to the products that I mentioned today, and have a very, very wonderful holiday season, everybody.